season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
What we got? What we got? At 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Off the screen. Roll right. Roll right. Off the screen. Right now. You got 58.
The first carry now for Jordan Howard. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
You had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
First down, Rodgers. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end.
Complete to
a gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the screen. 57 Mike. Mike 57. All day. All day.
To throw is Rodgers. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. 58, boys. 58. 58. Come on. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 88, 88.
Rodgers to throw once more. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
The ball carrier.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold, he's going to look deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
First down.
On first down, it's Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day, and I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. And he's giving me the evil eye, folks. Going deep for Diggs. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Coverage by Key.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Darnold. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The ball carrier.
It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Darnold. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
39-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. It'll continue to be interesting in these wet conditions how these kickers fare, but first test, passed.
And how about how the special teams unit handled that? A lot of concentration to make sure the ball didn't slip through his fingers. After the snap, got it down and let him pop it through the posts.
He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
What you got, Eddie? 26. Give me something. Shit. Watch the shit. Get right. Shit. He's checking, he's checking.
The give is to Bell. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Le'Veon Bell, the ball.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
The jump out. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. They should have 50. Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers now to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Bell. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
1-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. 16 yards, a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over first.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
7-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Darnold from the gun. On the crossing route, complete. It's Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And the Colts first down.
Darnold on first down. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Running out of the gun with White. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
James White, the ball carrier.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7. At
the shotgun snap for Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards. And now a decision here on 4th and 1. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Yeah, we dominate today.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And it's 3rd down.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
4th down.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ballgame. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Check 43.
Throwing again. Rodgers. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And again, it's Rodgers. It's caught. Jones. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 14. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
58, come on. 58, come on.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
2nd down and 7.
Watch the whip. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. 630.
Now Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. Dashing through the snow. The 30. 10. 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Colts 10. Steelers nothing. Tucker McCann set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch tight end. Hey. You got 3. You got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up. 3 down.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the 2nd half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Darnold. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, it's Bell, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
58, come on. 50. Hey, you block over here.
On second down, here's Rodgers. A screen to Bell. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try.
9-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they get the 3 points, but they've now had 3 trips into the red zone, and that's all they've come away with.
And in the NFL, the way they measure red zone efficiency and success is you score touchdowns on those drives. That's first and foremost. Getting points, that's the second measurement. So by that measure, they haven't done very well. They've got to figure that out.
Let's take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They go to Johnson again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
First down, here's White. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Maurice Hurst in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They're going to go. It's Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, take 26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part at got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 49-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Steelers 3.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, I like your respect. Give them more than when I get expected up the back.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Darnold. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. A toss, left side, Johnson. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then at the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
third down, Johnson. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up fourth down.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a third time here on fourth down. Off of play action, Darnold. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Darnold. He gets it to James White. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
It's a gain of 5.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down.
At the Steelers' 20-yard line.
Darnold. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown,
T.J. Hockenson. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now Jones. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
At the 39-yard line.
26. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Harris. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Rodgers. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but
yeah,
no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Aaron Rodgers.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, You're really almost discrediting their work.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 28.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Hopkins on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
And Hopkins' kick is no good. It's wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Off the bootleg. Rodgers eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out, and the Colts pick it up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive, and they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. He's going to look deep for more. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Indianapolis. DJ Moore with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit, but for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
And he's brought down. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34. Hey, 88. Go Mike 34. Mike 34. Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. Kill. Over.
To throw again, Rodgers. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 16 yards, a first down.
Pittsburgh Steelers. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And